Have you ever landed on a website and it just feels easy? You find what you're looking for almost instantly. But then you go to another site and it's a complete nightmare, right? Well, a huge part of that comes down to this hidden foundation called website architecture. And let me tell you, getting it right is one of the most powerful things you can do for your SEO.
So, I want you to think about your own site for a second. Is it a clear, simple roadmap? Or is it more like a confusing maze? Because if your best content is buried deep where no one can find it, you're not just frustrating people who visit your site, you're basically telling Google there's nothing important to see here.
All right, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with what this stuff even is and why you should care. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of flat versus deep structures, how to actually build a solid one, and finally, we'll talk about the ultimate SEO payoff. It's time to turn that maze into a superhighway.
Okay, first things first. When I say website architecture, what are we really talking about? The easiest way to think about it is like this. Your website is a house. The architecture isn't the paint on the walls or the fancy furniture. It's the actual blueprint. It's the layout that shows how all the rooms connect and how you get from, say, the home page to a specific products page.
And the whole point of a good blueprint is to make the house easy to live in, right? It's the same deal here. A great site architecture means that anybody, and I mean both a real person and a Google search crawler, can show up and find exactly what they're looking for, no problem.
Okay, so we get what it is, but why does this blueprint matter so much for SEO? I mean, really, what's the big deal? Well, it all boils down to 3 core reasons why this foundation is totally non-negotiable. Now, these 3 things aren't separate, they actually work together in this awesome virtuous cycle. See, when Google can easily find and index all your pages, it starts to recognize your site's authority. That authority, or PageRank, then flows through your internal links, giving your most important pages a boost. And when users have a great experience because everything's easy to find, they stick around longer. That sends a massive positive signal back to Google, which boosts your rankings even more. It's just this perfect loop.
So when you're drawing up this blueprint, you've got a really fundamental choice to make. You can build it flat, or you can build it deep. And trust me on this one of these is a much, much better idea.
So here's the difference in a nutshell. Over on the left, you've got a flat architecture. Everything is close to the surface, and that juicy link authority flows like a river from your homepage to your most important content. But on the right, with a deep structure, you're basically burying your best pages 10 clicks deep. That authority just trickles down and gets lost. And even worse, Google's crawlers have a limited budget. They might just give up before they even find your best stuff.
If there is one single number I want you to burn into your brain from this whole explainer, it is this one: 4. This is the absolute golden rule of site architecture. Every single important page on your website needs to be reachable in 4 clicks or less from the homepage. The moment you go past that, you risk that page becoming totally invisible, both to your users and to Google.
Okay, so that 4-click rule is our North Star. But how do we actually build a website that follows it? Let's walk through the 4 key steps to building that solid, flat structure we've been talking about.
It really all starts with keeping things simple. Have a clear hierarchy from day one. Then, use category pages to group similar content together. This stops your site from becoming a tangled mess. Next, make sure your URLs actually make sense and follow that clean category structure. And finally, you tie it all together with internal links, creating those clear pathways between all your pages. And hey, while you're building all this, do not forget your sitemap. This thing isn't just a diagram for you. Think of it like handing Google a perfectly labeled, complete floor plan of your entire house. It ensures that no room, no matter how small, gets missed during its inspection. So, you've put in all this hard work. You've planned, you've built a solid foundation. What's the ultimate payoff? What's the huge SEO bonus you get for having such a fantastic blueprint? The payoff is getting prime real estate right on Google's search results page. It's something called site links. You've seen these. It's when you search for a brand and you get the main link plus a bunch of smaller links right underneath it, pointing to key pages like About Us or Products. It's a massive sign of trust from Google, and it's an incredible visibility boost.
And this right here is the most important part. You can't just flip a switch and get site links. There's no form you can fill out. They are earned, not given. Site links are an automatic reward that Google gives out when it recognizes that your site structure is so clear and authoritative that it can competently show people shortcuts directly to your best stuff.
You can see this in action right now. Go and search for a site like Backlinko, which was one of the sources for this explainer. You won't just see one result. You'll see the main link, followed by a whole menu of their most important pages. And why? Because their site architecture is so solid that Google has zero problems figuring out what matters most.
So we're going to end right where we started, thinking about your website. It's time to look past the pretty design and really examine its blueprint. And you need to ask yourself, is my site a confusing maze or a clear roadmap? Is its foundation just built to look good, or is it truly built to be found?